I love wasting hours of my life. It's my fucking favorite. Get a third of the way through a 3-hour category and then like throw it all away to stupid bullshit. Yes, please. Tell me more. Because nothing pleases me more than Turtle Woods. Imagine spinning. Imagine spins. You gotta be fucking kidding me. 2 times I didn't get a fucking spin when I wanted one. headache despite the fact that I took Tylenol. Like, yay me. To explain again why I rerouted everything. Because Deep found the strat in Engine where you damage abuse on the last phase in order to skip in order to do the last phase in a single cycle. I've never carried it that far. Neat. Because he found that, I needed to reroute so I could take masks into Engine, because at the current time, the level I do before Engine is Digging It, which you cannot take masks out of because you death abuse at the end. However, there was no real level in that warp room that I could put in place of Digging It. So, like, that warp room requires masks in so many levels, and it's so starved for masks that I really can't move anything that would be meaningful. So, ultimately what I did was I took the second visit to Air Crash for the gem, which I normally do in the last section of the run, after I've been doing relics. I took that and I moved it to right after Digging It, because I end up in the 6th warp room anyway. So I give up running shoes there to get Engine to be faster. It also makes Warp 5 a little safer because I can enter it with 1 mask, which makes it easier to get Piston with 2 masks. And because I did that, I rearranged the way I did relics. Because in the old path, you do Warp Room 4 first, and then Warp Room 3, and then Warp Room 1, and then Warp Room 6. And then from Warp Room 6, you leave through Air Crash into Warp Room 2, and then you do Warp Room 2 and then Warp Room 5. But because you do Air Crash early, you don't need to do that anymore, so I just do 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 5. And then I rearrange the way I do Warp Room 1's relics, where I end on Hang 8, so I can because Hang 8 you do the gem and the relic in 2 separate visits, so I end on the gem visit for Hang 8, which I can leave with 2 masks, or a mask in general, so I can take into Totally Fly for more safety. So I just ended up rearranging a lot of shit, so now a lot of my splits are just missing, because the route is very different in the later half of the run. Too bad I can't reach that part, because this game sucks sometimes. Hey Earl, I don't know if I said hi already. I'm tired and I'm pissed off and yay. full of despair and hatred and self-loathing because speedrunning, yay. It's fun, except for when it's not. Thank God the game actually jumped that time. Yes, I reset Trob. That's why I'm in Crash Dash. I'm pissed off because this game is bullshit.
Hello?
I've never broken three of those with that. Or at least not those three. So that was weird. Thank you for the host, girl. What happened? Dang it decided to be a cunt. And I was already like minutes behind and didn't want to feel like gambling to make it all back. So I said fuck it and just reset. Is everyone gone now?
Dude, Riko, I blew my run.
Mostly.
Nice. So did I.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back at Warp 1, because yay. Because I refused to end the stream on that awful of a note.
I'm done for the day for now. I'll probably do more attempts tomorrow while I'm hanging out with Saboom.
I left because I was tired of everybody talking over each other, and I was already pissed off. And I'm still pissed off, but...
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I like talking to people also.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
Wait, I wasn't trying to talk over people, I was just like...
I mean, even if you weren't trying, that's what everybody was doing, whether or not they meant to, and it's really fucking annoying.
Dude, G-Pro, this is fucking crazy speed, man.
Like, that just happens when there's 8 people in a fucking call.
Damn.
Like,
I saw you fail the crystal grab.
Yeah. Now go back to the other video and look at Crash's position.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look at it, though.
And just like compare.
Hold on, let me get there. Yeah, you were lower on the other one. Yeah, I can see.
I mean, Riko,
That's crazy.
Look on the bright side, you golden the pit.
yay. I go to the pits. Too bad I'm back to being 15 minutes into a 3-hour run.
The tits.
Or a 2 hour 26 and 1 second run. If you pay.
That's loadless. Real time, it's 3 hours,
Yeah.
which is
Oh yeah, I forgot
what
about
matters in real life. Like,
that. Forgot that, rip.
Okay then. About to have some Choco Chippo Cookios. Oatmeal Choco Chippos. Vegan oatmeal cookies. What's G-Pro say? What's up, Tyler?
if this run goes to shit, though, I cannot start another one. This is already, like, if it finishes, will end super late.
Yeah, I'm not doing any more runs.
But I'm
today.
cool. I love not getting spins. Like, fuck off, game. That's happened to me 4 fucking times today.
And I know you noticed it. I was just giving a visual reference.
Yeah, no, that's cool though. Did you kick those just now, or
Yeah.
did you already have those?
I
Oh,
just took them.
oh, nice.
You can go
Oh.
around those mines and air crash and NST. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I mean, Riko, you could just be Deegan instead of really, really light.
Trob,
No.
I think you should just stop.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Like, there's a point where it stops being funny. And that point was 30 minutes ago.
Wait, what did I even do 30 minutes ago?
Just don't harp. Just don't harp on the jokes. And forget and do as if nothing happened.
That was work.
That-
That's good.
Today is a blanket day.
At least Red Gem went well.
I'll tune into your stream in a little bit, Riko.
Okay.
My foot hurts like a bitch. Mostly because it is a bitch.
It's about as good of a snow go as I could have asked for.
Penguin.
Yep, that's what that Red Gem path is.
Snow go into Snowbiz. That actually seems like it. Just seems like a good flow.
Yeah, it just makes sense because you get the Red Gem out of Air Crash.
Oh yeah, that is true.
That's the main reason.
I mean, it's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard for me to remember that Red Gem comes out of Snow Go, considering.
Yeah.
It's the only one that you just never think about, because when you do OG Hundo, it's like it's the first or second color gem you get, and you don't need to put any effort into it.
Yeah.
Man. If only the NST body slam were like almost as like potent as the fucking
How?
yeah. Like it looks
Too bad it's.
close, but just not close enough.
I think it's more comparable to NTSC, but it's not as bad as that. Dude, I love not spinning.
NTSC's fucking body slam hitbox is the size of my dick.
Same.
Hey, only I'm allowed to have small dick here.
If you say so.
Man, what hurts? This is not fun. But hey, at least I don't have like constant leg pain anymore. So I guess I could probably go back to exercising like a couple days.
Oh, really? Like that soon?
Dude, I've been recovering for like almost 2 weeks now. I feel so dirty without doing any exercise. It's like awful.
Oh, really? Oh.
I mean, if you've seen how fat I am, like I want to like get strong so I can actually do exercise again.
I mean, to be honest, you can definitely lose the weight like over time.
I'm 22. Like I can easily lose the weight. It's just
Yeah.
I have to lose it.
Yeah. Just give it time, though. Everything will fall into place, you know.
The only issue is that I have to make sure that I don't hurt myself in the process, which I did.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's why I haven't been exercising in like 2.5 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Because
So far, I haven't been able to get the thing that was the point of me putting Snowbiz before the eel deal, which was taking 2 masks into the eel deal.
Damn.
It's not really that big of a deal. It's like a couple seconds lost, but it would be nice to see what it's like.
It's not really that big of an eel deal.
Yeah. And I'm kind of tired of puns right now.
Oh, sorry, man.
Yeah, I don't know. He lost his shit at me earlier for it. I think. I don't know. I'm just confused at this point.
I think I just drop it. I just drop it, bro, dude.
yeah,
It was too much at once.
just
It was at a point where I was clearly not in the mood, but people kept going.
Yeah, just drop it, man. It's no big deal.
yeah.
Honestly, I probably shouldn't even be in the call right now.
No, don't close the. No, don't close it.
Close
Fucking-
it. Do it. Like, and here's my advice. Like, the more it gets brought up, the angrier people get. And that's just. That's just.
I love mice.
It should just like just cool it. And discuss it at another time. But right now, just leave it
Alright, that works.
for everyone's sanity.
Yeah.
My mic popping. Because I'm gonna get mad. My mic's popping. I don't want.
What do you mean popping?
What's poppin', Jimbo?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There we go. I knew that was possible.
Riko, that was funny.
Thanks.
Oh. I'm outside right now. It feels really nice out.
I wish Maryland felt nice at night in the winter.
It's probably like fucking cold as shit, huh?
Yeah, it depends on the day.
Right now it's 62 in Arizona.
Yeah, today is one of the days where it's cold as shit.
Ah, that sucks.
Over here it's like, what?
Hot AF.
No, actually. It was raining really hard last week, actually. Like for like 3 days straight. It was like flash flooding and everything.
It rained here last night, but that's it.
To the point of
Raining
where
in
like
December.
I was with a friend and
No, raining in Arizona, like what the fuck is that?
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, we barely get rain. When we
Like,
do
sure,
get rain, it's
Australia. Australia in December, yeah, rain is like okay.
yeah, like it was literally to the point of where like we couldn't even drive. I was with a friend and like we couldn't even drive, so we had to literally get delivery, and we never usually get delivery. It's like, lol.
Ugh.
I shouldn't have started this run. I have a headache, which means I'm probably tired, but this run's gonna go until like 2 if it finishes.
Oh yeah, shit, dude.
Too late now.
No turning back, I guess. Oh,
Until something stupid happens in Warp 4.
like dropped inputs in Ruination.
Dropped,
Not even that.
dropped pants in Ruination.
Dropped pants?
Just while Riko's streaming, his
Something
pants just
stupid
like
happened.
drop. It's like, oh
I
no.
mean, you guys can't see from below my
Exactly.
torso. So.
At least it's not in the webcam.
But then the webcam drops. Well,
Oh my goodness. It's just like as soon as your pants fall off the webcam, it just feels like down.
I'm so ready for school to be over with.
We finished. I finished school like a few weeks ago.
I finish next week. Next Thursday is my last day, so a week from tomorrow. My hard day is next Tuesday, though. That's where I have my accounting and my business analysis final on the same day. And Monday, I'm getting my root canal, so that's going to be fun trying to study when my mouth is in pain.
Why don't you just wait until after your exam before you can?
Because I need to get it done now, because I have it, like, when you don't get a root canal, you're, like, right now I have an infection, and I have to get a root canal, like, ASAP. If I had a choice, I wouldn't get it, but I kind of have to. I can't be on painkillers for a whole nother, like, couple days. At least I got my homework done early today, though, which is awesome. I didn't wait till last minute.
maybe you should like, ask for, say in case you have homework or something, you should ask to get it early.
I'm getting it at like 7 a.m.
No, I mean like a couple days early.
Oh,
Or you
they
can
can only
work it
fit me
out.
into next week.
I think he means the homework.
Yeah, I mean the
Oh.
homework, go to your professors and say, hey, I'm getting a root canal. Can I like get some assignments early or something so that way I can do them while I'm not high?
I mean, we're talking about finals. To get the finals early, that's not gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I was talking like homework assignments to get those out of
What
the
did I
way.
lose?
I don't have any
Oh,
more. I
died
don't
in
have any more
Snowbiz.
homework assignments. I have only finals left. That's it. And review for
And
them,
air
obviously.
crash.
But
Died in Snowbiz and air crash. Okay,
But you
that makes
know,
sense.
you could try to get
maybe,
like,
but
try. That would probably be better, and if they say no, absolutely no way, then like you know what to do. But if not, it's just like, okay, that's actually really nice, and then you just like, you study for it, and then you get the shit done, and there you go. You do the root canal. You don't have to care about it.
worst case scenario, I can just sleep all day and then stay up all night and study, and then just go take my finals and then sleep when I'm done. Worst case scenario, but I think I'll be fine. To be honest, like a root
So,
canal is not, it's not like getting your wisdom teeth removed. You're just on.
Oh, that's the fucking worst.
Dude, when I got mine removed, apparently I cried. Like I cried afterwards.
I don't. Wait, does everybody get them removed?
No,
No.
you don't. Some people don't have to.
I didn't get mine removed.
Oh, you don't?
I
Probably
didn't.
don't have to. You probably don't have to. Like,
I probably did technically have to, but like, there's no point now. I have one grown in, and the other ones aren't growing in. So
yeah, you can't. Yeah, there's no point. Unless they start to like hurt, then yeah.
oh, it was hurting really bad for like almost 2 years.
And it stopped.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt anymore.
That's cool.
It doesn't even slice my gums anymore.
It sliced your gums.
Yeah, because of
Ew.
where it comes in. Like if you chew, it would, if you chew, and it's like at a certain position, it actually slices the inside of your cheek.
That does not sound fun at all.
It was not fun,
Yeah.
and it would be very sensitive, and it gave me migraines and things. It was just,
That sounds awful.
it was horrendous. But I lived through it, and I don't have that issue anymore. I think it's messed up my teeth just a tiny bit, but not by too much.
Not like noticeable.
I mean, messed up as in that it might have made them a little looser.
Mm. My PS2 still on. Hold on 1 second.
Oh. Mute your mic when you do that.
Yeah, 0.1 second gold.
Yay. Useless.
Time for my favorite level, plant food.
Where you get gold. Wait, do you one cycle plant food?
No.
Well, not one cycle,
No.
but
You
like,
can't one cycle timer gem and relic.
I sincerely apologize if that was loud.
it was very loud.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, mute. Recommendation mute.
Yeah, no, I thought I pressed it and then it didn't like register. I was like, fuck. Yeah, sorry about that.
So you have to go into plant food twice?
Yeah. I mean, you have to go into most levels twice.
I meant like, you do one pass for the normal gem and then one pass for the yellow gem.
No, you do the timer gem, and then you death abuse, and then you do the bonus round.
Oh. Huh. Interesting.
Amazing. What is jumping?
Right. I had a lot of drop jumps and fucking run today.
Oh, it's not that it didn't jump high enough.
Oh,
I know.
that sucks.
And also, I need to go back and blow up both TNTs now because neither of them were blown up by the time I hit the bonus platform. So,
That's the worst.
Good shit.
Crash Bandicoot for you.
Eddie Gavin.
Yeah, that too. Actually, no, Dan Tarnagway, whatever his name is.
Tangway,
I don't fucking know. Tangway. I call him Terragway.
I call him Dandy Gavin.
Dandy Gavin.
So fun and hello?
I can play Ripto the Dragon. I can play Ripto the Dragon
Thanks for the host, Mateus.
JPS2.
Wait, what?
I said I can play Ripto the Dragon for PS2J because Spyro in Japanese looks like it says Ripto.
Yeah, that's where they got the name Ripto.
Yeah.
Apparently.
No, that's where they got it from, like for sure.
They thought it looked cool, so they made him the villain of the second game.
It does look cool, to be honest.
I feel like Spyro Japanese had a lot of potential to be good, but
No,
they just screwed up a lot of things.
it would have literally been like
What's even different about it?
the camera, and they slowed Spyro down too. Like it's god awful. But it did come with an Ape Escape demo disc.
Wait, what?
It came with an Ape Escape J disc or demo disc. I should play that Japanese Ape Escape right now. It's for
Demo.
like 20 minutes, or I might play Crash 1 just to like mess around with it. But I have to use a PS1 controller because the game feels better.
Stop dying to dumb shit. Like, please. Like, shit that shouldn't fucking happen.
Wait, wait, which game was the demo? The Spyro or the
The Ape Escape. Yeah, it's my copy of Spyro, and it comes with like the game itself comes with a demo of Ape. I'm gonna play Crash 1.
Remind me
like
that this
30.
is coming from a person who's fully completed Spyro 1 Japanese.
You've completed it
120%, yeah.
on emulator,
Yeah.
and it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Emulators aren't real.
They're not. They're only useful for testing things. Get the disc and then talk.
Come on, actually.
It's not
Eventually,
expensive
speed
right now.
scrub.
It's really cheap.
I love how slowly Crash crawls in this game.
It looks like I'm playing my CRT right now, which is cool. Oh yeah, it's circle to select stuff with JPS2. Forgot about that.
Wait, do you have a
Oh, it's
JPS2
fine.
or do you have like a soft modded?
I have a J. It's a 75K.
Not even a 90K.
I don't care.
Not even an expert.
I don't need a 90K to be honest. I probably won't ever get one
Break.
for any system.
What about speedrunning?
It's the only way you can 108. It's the only way you can 108.
What about Crash 1?
Super Boom Fan told me that's the only way you can get 108.
Wait, really?
No.
He's just quoting the gaming expert.
How would that boom? I was like gaming expert. How would that boom fan would ever say that?
Alright, I'm lowering.
I mean, he probably said it to troll with him.
I'm lowering this. No. There you go.
Imagine jumping.
Oh yeah, Riko, when you ran Crash 1, did you use CRT or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I did use a CRT, yeah. God, imagine losing time in Spyro later. What did I even lose time to?
It's the crash running tool. The CRT.
My zigzag in this game is fucking
I don't
garbage.
even know what it stands for. I don't even remember what CRT stands for.
Cathode ray tube or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, how the fuck am I supposed to zigzag and Crash 1? Like shake the controller?
I don't know.
How did you do it?
Thumb. Just like...
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I don't even understand how the fuck they even made the art for Spyro.
Over J?
Yeah. Wait.
I like it.
Spyro
Wait a
Japanese
second.
art is awesome. I fucking love the cover and the manual.
Doesn't he look like cute as fuck for some
He
reason?
does.
No, I
Yeah.
love it. It looks so good.
I'll put a picture in the VC in a minute.
That's actually so awesome.
Reverse Kirby effect.
Oh, okay. I understand this now. I was thinking it was saying Speedle. But
This is Ripto.
It's Spidle.
Oh. Well, it looks like it says Ripto.
Wait, so was it actually saying Ripto or not? Or was it
No.
No, it just looks
not.
like
It looks like Ripto.
Yes.
Like the kanji looks like Ripto.
I died. Haha.
Actually.
This game is amazing. Alright, I'll send a picture in the fucking VC of Japanese Spyro.
What are you looking up? It just makes me wish that Spyro 3 Japanese was a thing, because then we could have a complete trilogy.
Sometimes I forget there's a Spyro game besides the first one.
Right?
The first one's the only good one.
First one's the only amazing one.
The second one's bad. I don't like it.
Spyro 3 would be a much better game if Agent 9 did not exist.
I like
hate
Agent 9 though.
I hate his gameplay in that. Yes, that looks awesome. I love that.
I like it. I like Japanese Crash too. He's cool. My favorite like Crash art. My favorite Crash artwork is the Sane Trilogy though.
Yeah, it's really good.
I don't know. They just made him look like very like cool.
Badass.
Yeah, I like the artwork. My mom even said like, "Oh, they made Crash look so badass." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." I have to play that again soon. Not speedrun it.
You should speedrun it.
No, because then I have to get an HD capture card. I don't want that.
Lord 105. You just do remote play.
Remote
My
play.
internet sucks. Remember? I can't
Isn't that, like,
barely
laggy
even
as
stream.
shit?
Just learn 105.
For 3?
Yeah.
I should. I want to do Crash
I mean,
1
like,
next.
NST.
I want to do Crash 1 though. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do right now. Like after Crash 2.
That's the first time I messed up the Road to Ruin jump today. So much for saving time here.
I might want to do, I don't know. I was thinking about doing Crash 3, but I don't know if I want to.
Dude, that was the best angle. Cool, let's finally fuck this up today, I guess. Something had to go wrong, I suppose. Yeah, cool. Okay. Sure. Why do I play this video game? Can you, like... Fucking garbage ass controller, dude.
Tep Zigzag and Crash 1's fucking insane. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Yacha. Oh, I have a memory. I don't have a memory. Oh, you just press triangle. Ita.
Maximum Yate.
Oh, you can do TNT spins in Crash 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would argue they're easier in Crash 1.
Crash 1 just feels so different than the other games.
It is.
I haven't beaten it since I was a kid. And I beat it, I got 100% on fucking PSP.
Same.
I had 2 and 3 on the PSP also.
By the way, it does actually, the name is actually very readable in Japanese. I was just tripping.
Oh, Spyro?
Yeah. It looks like Crypto to you guys. To me, it looks like Spyro.
Really?
Well, that's because I know.
Hey, 'cause that's because you know some Japanese.
I mean, I can see the Ripto, but it looks more natural to me in Japanese.
I can see the rip.
I can see the Ripto. Okay,
See,
Crash 1 is pretty fun. Yes. I want to learn Spyro 120 eventually. I told Saboom and he's like, I'll help you. I was like, is it hard? He's like, not really. I'm like, what's hard?
I want to learn 120.
Dude, Riko, you down to learn Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
Eventually.
I want to learn that. That looks fun. I think Hypnoshark learned it, I think.
Yeah, Hypno and Whip both learned it. Whip has the Hondo world record.
And then the any percent record is Red Hot.
Yeah, Red Hot has any.
Dude, he took the.
I think Whip's third in that.
Dude, Red Hot took the record and like, like I didn't even know he was playing the game, and he took it from like the people that have been running it for like 2 years.
Yeah, he said that he would have gotten it sooner, but he didn't want to do it without fire seed skips because he felt that it wasn't right to take it without the fire seed skips solely because he had console instead of emulator. So he waited until he got a run with fire seed.
When was that discovered? Was that recently?
I don't know. I haven't followed Harry Potter one for too long.
Is there a Discord for that?
Yeah, of
Probably.
course there is. It's not. I'm pretty sure that it's it's a bit cancerous though, I think.
Oh, the Harry Potter community?
I think so.
Damn.
Or they
I remember they were having a debate of whether or not they should ban FDS or something.
What? Why would they?
Or like
why would they?
find some way to equalize it, and everyone was like, nah.
Why would they ban FTS?
I think it was started by a bunch of people who were like having problems with the fact that Red Hot and Whip were like good at the game or some shit.
That's
I don't
stupid.
fucking know.
It's like you're good at the game. It's fair and square, dude.
Yep.
and the mods endorsed the potential change, but the thing is that like, okay, as somebody who's been a mod for other games, I'm just sitting here thinking like the logistical mess of
Yeah.
doing any of this is retarded. It's so retarded. Like there's so many drawbacks. You can't implement it fairly. You can't implement it properly. Because if you take away FPS, then emulator becomes better because it doesn't have lag. So what you want to do is try to remove loads. But even if you do remove loads, the thing is that emulator's faster anyways because it doesn't have lag. Which means the emulator is better, but emulator is not official hardware. So
Yeah,
why would you
So you have
want
to ban.
official?
So you have to ban So you have to ban official hardware, or you have to ban emulator.
I would probably get kicked out of the community. I would probably get kicked out of the community in like a day because I'd tell them that emulator's not a real.
You actually
I don't
believe
care.
that emulators aren't real?
I don't like emulators. Like I don't know why. I just don't like.
I don't care for them
Yeah.
anymore either. Like, I started on emulator, but now that I've like done runs on console, I infinitely prefer it.
Well, console's the authentic hard too.
But you have to spend a lot of money on it, whereas emu's technically free.
I mean, you have to spend money on any hobby.
Yeah, true.
On what you're
Like, the only reason I agreed to the loadless thing for NST was because it was literally a $100 price wall, which is like, even for you spend money on hobbies, that's a bit excessive.
I spend a lot.
Because
of
it was
money.
either spend $100 extra dollars on a PS4 Pro or lose 3 minutes or 6 minutes if you're doing.
You gotta do what you gotta do, Riko.
I mean, I did it just for sake of comfort, and my friend bought my original PS4 off of me, but loadless makes sense for NST because the load times are that drastically
I
different.
mean, you are also the NST god, so.
One of them. Not the only one.
One of them.
I don't even think there's any NST gods, really, per se.
Quads.
things of God,
Not yet.
except for Sage.
Yeah, Sage is a god.
Sage is the burrito god.
The burrito god.
He sold his soul to the devil in order to get good at Crash Bash, then he took it back when he became the burrito god.
Oh god.
The Prius god.
Oh, I cleaned my CRT the other day. My CRT is really, really old. The AV port is all the way in the back of the TV. It's really, really old. I mean, but it gets the job done. So.
But yeah, it really depends also on what you consider an emulator, because
PSP?
there's official emulators as well. Like PS2 and PS1 games on PS3 are emulation.
Yeah.
Unless you have the original disc,
ROMs.
in which case,
Unofficial emulators, I guess.
it's
Yeah, unofficial emulators. The only odd thing is that sometimes the unofficial emulators run better than the official ones, and then it's like, where do you draw the line?
Right.
And then you have the PS3, which emulates PS1 worse than unofficial emulators.
True that. I feel bad for Ghost.
I mean, Bash should be banned on PS3 because it
Yeah,
goes
so.
because it
Nice.
throttles. It literally reaches like 70 FPS.
Nice.
Okay, sorry about that.
Unless you're playing PAL, in which case,
No, it was PAL.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, Bash I think only got released in the PAL region.
And
Which,
it like
for what system?
And Japanese.
throttled to 130% speed. While
Someone
Jacques
yell at
was
me if I forget to hit the outline crates in Ruination.
Wait, was
Okay.
that a disc? Wait, was that disc or was that, like, downloaded?
It was PSN.
Yeah, PSN, okay. Because I played a bit of PAL on my disc and I didn't notice that, so it might just be a PSN thing.
Oh my god, can I get my fucking jumps?
There was only
or
in
not my jumps, my
certain
spins.
places in certain mini games, and I'm not sure if it matters if you had the disc or not.
I could do some testing with that, but I don't know.
But it definitely happened. I noticed it, and like once I pointed it out, everybody agreed that like yeah, there's no way that that's not being sped up, because it was being sped up. It was in the bear level.
The sound that Polar makes with Crash.
Have you seen?
And then Coco's Polar is eh.
Have you seen the trailer for the Tom Cruise Mummy with like the no music that was like accidentally released?
What?
It sounds just like that, like when they're playing. It sounds like really bad. Yeah, it was like accidentally released by some executive at Universal. I'm pretty sure he got fired or something.
Potentially.
Yeah, probably. Oh.
You're not allowed to leak information. Like,
Well, yeah.
you're
I feel
under
like-
contract.
I feel like that is kind of a grey area, because I just feel like that's a bit of a bad practice, in a sense, because...
Oh, that was
It's
cool.
not a gray area. You're only allowed showing what your contract says you're allowed to show. If you go beyond it, you're done. You violated your contract. That's it.
You're gone. Nothingness.
Alright, good.
Emptiness. We're all just dust in the wind.
No, I mean, because, like... Yeah.
Hey, it's the Nick stuff. You got a problem with that skateboard, boy?
I just feel like
It was a
contract...
skater boy with the sodium chloride.
Cheater boy.
That actually probably was it, and I just couldn't remember.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
It's too late now. It's too late now.
Skeet from Jimmy
Skeeter boy.
Neutron. Skeeter boy. Yeah, I think
Oh, that was time save. Too bad I've still got 2 hours of run to go.
I'm gonna hit the hay.
God, that's
guys.
weird. I'm in Warp 4 and I have 2 hours of run left.
Oh shit.
Because you do all of the relics in the second part of the game.
I'm gonna go to bed, guys. I'm tired.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, good night, guys. Hey, Riko, good luck with the runs, man.
Thanks.
What?
These categories are so draining. That's the one problem. Like, it feels especially more draining with 102 because it feels like everything gets drawn out. Like, you think you're pretty far in, but then you're actually not.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, since 105 spreads out all of the items as opposed to clumping all the relics at the end.
It feels fresher.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice one. Skip this.
That's like the one of the biggest problems with 102 is that it's prone to feeling repetitive, even though it is, in my opinion, still a very good category.
To be fair, you could say that about literally any category ever feeling repetitive.
Yeah, but for different reasons.
But I'm literally visiting every level at least twice, with the exception of Totally Bare. Granted, it's saved in the sense that the move and tech is different on the second visit.
What about Totally Fly?
Totally Fly you visit twice, because there's a bonus round, so you can't one-cycle it.
Oh,
And you just do the bonus round, kill yourself, and then go to the start.
no.
How did I get stuck?
Bonus rounds give you checkpoints.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they fucked that. Oh, actually, no, not really.
I fucking like invincible embedded or some shit, but I got out of it, so whatever. I just had to wait to take damage.
Isn't it faster just to go on the hangrail?
No. It's not faster than the original game either.
Why does everyone do it in IG?
Because it's easier.
Yep. Yep.
That's why I do it. In the original, it's faster to use the pipes because you can zigzag it. And then in NST, it's faster to use the pipes because you can slide spin on them. Cool. I love how slow these fuckers move in this game.
When you move slow AF.
A little off.
Love how slow everything involving the hangrails is. Also, the hangrail movement is slower in NST.
Still better than Twalk.
Well, yeah, everything's better than Twalk hangrails.
Yeah, but Twat can run on.
That's like saying I'm faster than a snail. Not a very high bar.
Look, man. In Twat, you can run on kill planes. Like, don't hate.
That's... I will constantly say that's probably my favorite thing about Twalk.
There's no way that it can't be your favorite thing in Twat because it's just fucking.
It's so
base.
fucking amazing.
You can only run on kill planes during invincibility, and even then there's only some
Yes,
kill
but
planes.
you can't. Yes, but you can do it, is the point.
There's like no other game that you can even do that.
Imagine
the only
running
game where it could be possible is Twins, and you're never going to be able to get it. Because the only way that you could get it in Twins is by corrupting things and changing surface behavior somehow. With allowing you to walk on kill points. Which can be done.
Well, everybody knows that the Crash community is corrupt.
And the gaming expert created it in order to snuff it out.
Yeah. We need the true expert to stop the corruption.
But first, he needs to stop loking in Hang 8.
Yeah. No, that sounds like something Rebag would do.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I love how he singled out Rebag for like no reason. Like, what indication would it ever give that Rebag would be one to constantly soft walk?
I don't know, because he's Rebag. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me.
Rebag would reset before he even gets to Hang 8.
It's because Gaming Expert doesn't like him because Rebag kicked him out of Tepbag.
Honestly, oh yeah, when's that Twins race? Is that ever happening? Or...
We don't know. We don't know.
It's never.
There's kind of a bunch of shit going on in December.
Really? Like what? Aside from Splash Fest?
Splash Fecta, the Marathon, Christmas,
Yeah,
Burrito
aside from
Man.
those three things, you know.
New Year's.
Burrito
You
Man.
know, that's kind of like 3 out of 4 weeks of December.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget Burrito Man.
What?
Oh yeah, the Bash race.
Zero Bash, right? When?
Bash 200 race.
Bash 200%
December.
race. Burrito Man. Come on. You've been in the Crash community long enough and you don't know what Burrito Man is?
I've really been in the Crash community since, what, like, June, maybe?
Should have heard of Burrito Man at least once.
I don't know, probably, but I don't know what the hell it is.
Weren't we just
Man's
talking
an
about Burrito
annual
Man?
Crash Bash 200%.
Can anyone join, or was it like...
Yes. Anybody can join it.
Only the elite bash runners are allowed.
I've joined a Burrito Man before, and that was before it was even 200%. People don't even remember that that was a thing. Burrito Man used to just be any percent. Now it's 200%. I joined the last one. That was any percent.
It's hard to
Imagine
believe
doing
I've only been a
Bash.
part of the Crash community for 6 months. It feels like a lot longer.
I've technically been a part of the Crash community for 3 years. And I've been in the Spyro community longer, technically, if you don't count when I left it. Because I joined it in 2012. That was with Ratchet 5, and then people are like, oh man, Ratchet 5, but then all he did was just change the chat topic to niggers.
Oh yeah, Ratchet 5. I was a part of his tournament, and that tournament was so bad that I was going to delete Discord until one day I saw that Whitepause was streaming, and then I watched him, and then he was like, oh, I was like commenting on like his stream or whatever, and then he was like to me, oh, do you want to join our server? And I was just like, what's this? And then he gave me a link to the server, and then that's when I joined Setback. And that's how I got into the Rush community.
I joined Tetbag, which is how I really like got to know everybody when Rebag, oh well, that's unfortunate. Rebag messaged me saying, hey, I noticed you're getting into Crash 1. We have this server here, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna have invincibility in Cold Hard, so yay me.
When I joined Tetbag, it was when you guys were in a call and I was watching Riko, and I'm like, I want in on this. And then
was I in the
got
call?
in on it.
Probably.
That was after I left Crash, though. Like,
Are you less Crash?
yeah.
Everybody
Crash.
loves Crash.
So much Crash.
Why?
Wait. Just in case something happens to
Dude, I hated.
Nothing's gonna happen there.
me. I don't know. I feel like the individual servers just killed Crash, which is a bit unfortunate.
No, it didn't.
Well, like the Crash and
It
Sparrow.
doesn't deserve to be in one big place. It's just where shitstorms happen. The Crash community has always been separate, like, is separated into cliques, and it's always been kind of fine. There's no reason to try to integrate everything now, because, I mean, there's no point. Now though,
Not gonna have it to go
Crash
one day
runners are
anymore.
more unified. But putting all these different communities in one place is just asking for bad things.
Can you not lose momentum, like, please? Why am I suddenly trash at this section of Cold Hard? It'll be fun having no idea what my pace is for the rest of the run, essentially.
If you guys want to know how old I am, I was there when Saboom started taking over as Bruno.
Nice.
Like, before it was just surreal. It was Surreal and Crash 41596, and he didn't really do shit. And then in came Saboom, and I'm like, Saboom? Where have I heard that name before? And then I learned that I used to watch a bunch of his home run contests. Hello? Believe it or not, I used to watch Saboom for his SSBM shit.
What are we talking about?
You used to watch Saboom for his Saboom.
Yeah, I used to watch his home run contests. Imagine, I didn't even know he was a speedrunner. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so this guy, SSBM stuff. I swear I've subbed to him on YouTube. And then I realized that I did, and I'm like, holy crap. So now he's becoming a speedrunner too? And then it just kind of blew my mind, like, wow, somebody I sub to on YouTube is in the same group that I'm in, wow.
Time to not know my pace at all.
Yeah.
That's how old I am.
This is the point where everything stops being synchronized.
Hey Cam.
Hi.
You wasted?
No.
Oh.
No. Why?
I don't know. You were saying weird shit.
Like what?
I don't know. Don't do fucking question.
I barely said anything. The fuck? You just got back, bro.
Man, don't question a man when he's tripping.
Alright.
Because I'm hella tripping. Also imagine Cameron coming back instead of falling asleep.
My sleep schedule's degen again, so.
Oh.
Yeah,
You need to undegen that.
yeah, sometime. It works out my favorite right now, though, so. How's the 102 guy?
You don't want to know.
Oh.
It's better now, but it was really shitty before.
No, Casey, you're not getting shit. Dickhead.
I swear that's easy as shit in this version.
Oh, what?
Jumping through the nitros in the beginning of the Digging to Death route.
Can you not skip the riding animation in this game? Like
what?
riding death
I don't
route?
know.
You
I don't
probably
think
can,
so.
but
It looks
I don't,
hard.
it might lock you in place.
I mean, not
Oh,
ride it
that's okay.
at all. Like, just, like, jump over there.
No.
Oh, okay. It looks kind of far.
Yeah, it's pretty far.
there might be some kind of pixel ledge or something.
I doubt it. It's a couple seconds, I don't really care.
Another thing that I'll have to look into.
Hey, Sager, I'm doing okay, I guess. Oh, hey, first try. Why couldn't I get that last run before I reset?
Nice.
Yeah.
How hard is that jump anyway?
It's not that bad, but it's kind of annoying. It's a little precise. I just know the positioning of it, but I was fucking it up. I sound down, I'm tired, and I was pissed off earlier.
Jeezy, if you keep letting me feed you at ass o'clock, you're gonna get fat. You're already fat. Look at me, I'm fat.
You're gonna be a fat ass at ass o'clock.
There, idiot. no move. Uh-oh. Mei is defending her sleeping place.
At least now I don't know. I'll have no idea what my pace is until the end of the run.
Yeah, you can't worry about anything.
Oh, I can worry about it for sure. I just can't confirm nor deny how far behind I
It seems
am.
good so far.
Mei.
Yeah, this one's going solid. Like, it was shaky at the start, but Warp 3 and 4 have been good. I think the worst thing in that was not having invincibility and digging it. You managed to pull evenly matched today? Nice.
When your dog is
It's pretty good card to pull.
when your dog is on guard, guarding her sleeping spot because she wants to sleep by her daddy. Making sure some other shitter doesn't take it. She's been doing that a lot more as of lately. Since she's learned that she can actually sleep by my dad, she's taking the opportunity to do it. And then she sits there with her head held high, and then, like, if Cheese comes around, she nips at him and tells him no. Because nobody comes between her and her dad. Man. So glad I get my fucking meds. Got my fucking meds back.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Why did that happen?
Did I hear a
Okay,
crash?
Crash is McCall now.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
Pyro.
Little bite.
Trade them for Droll so you can actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! Fair.
It's really odd looking at the Japanese Spyro
Yeah, it
logo.
looks weird.
Well, it's weird when you can read Japanese as well,
Oh.
because like I see both Ripto and Spyro at the same time. It looks really odd.
Oh, you're bringing the two maps in the engine, that's why you're playing at that point?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I'd rather not have to do Pack Attack and Night Fight for a good piston. Just one of them.
Yep, pack attack.
Pack attack.
There's still like an hour and a half left, I think, or some shit. Hour and 40 minutes.
Okay, let me explain it to you like this. You guys ever see something like written in Russian and you're like, holy shit, cool fucking letters. Oh hey, here's a letter I understand. Why the fuck is this R backwards? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, I don't understand Russian. So.
No, I mean, you ever like look at, say, Russian or Greek and then it just has this kind of like magic behind it?
Yeah.
And it's like you see some things that you recognize that almost look like letters. When you actually learn them, the magic dies.
Exactly. That's why I don't want to learn Japanese. Because I like the magic of the Japanese text, and they'll probably be lost when I know what it actually means.
I mean, it's kind of nice when you, well, Japanese is kind of nice just because.
A lot of games are faster in J2, so it's kind of nice to know how to maneuver around your game without
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
memory. Like Kingdom Hearts, for instance, there's a lot of menus and shit. Like that's gotta suck because J is faster for Kingdom Hearts most of the time. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah, it's because it's faster text.
Yeah, it's got really below.
Are you kidding me? Fuck off, game. I'm so fucking mad at that.
Wow! Holy fuck!
Because it decided to not fucking hit him.
What?
Do I even want to finish this fucking run?
That's retarded, dude.
Oh wow.
Whoa, I got double arm. Cool, let's keep going, I guess.
At least for the next round, you'll have time save on the engine.
Yeah. 2 minutes.
That is so stupid. You literally
Yeah, like,
rerouted it.
I did everything the way you're supposed to, and the game just decided to not hit engine, and I died because of it.
I mean, that looks like a pretty risky strat. Yeah.
It's not. It's free as shit.
When you have the mask, it's free.
You
as
literally stand there and you hit him until he dies, which is supposed to take 3 hits, but one of the hits didn't hit him, so I missed, and then it was long enough where I fell. Also, I'm not actually sure how much double arm saves. I don't think it's actually 30 to 40 seconds.
Is double shoulders possible?
I don't think so. I think he closes the shoulders like instantaneously.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, bad
It
RNG.
could be possible, but like it's probably frame perfect if it's possible.
I don't know, because when I got the single arm, the time it took to break the next arm was not 30 seconds.
No.
So I don't think it actually saves that much time.
Probably 10 to 15.
I think Deep probably didn't actually time it and just assumed. Well, I get to do night fight and pack attack. Cool. We'll keep going. I can't say I've ever died in engine and not world recorded before, because I've done it. Not in Crash 2, but I've done it in full trilogy. And, you know, this is about as long of a category. It's actually shorter.
I have a good thing. You know how you remember when people used to spell out boobs on the calculator?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
I like how Cameron's reaction was, yes.
and then
It
you
was more of an
learn,
impressed, yes, but yeah.
and then you learned that it's just 8008 or 58008 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, what the fuck? And then the magic's over, but it's still boobs.
Oh, fuck you, game.
That's kind of how I feel with that's kind of how I feel with that, with Spyro, Japanese.
Yes.
How much Japanese do you even understand? Because
Can you stop?
I can
Not you, Trob. I'm sorry.
I mean,
1%.
if you know a lot of Japanese, you could translate every single Aku message from Japanese Crash 1.
I don't think it uses the kanji, so I probably would be incredibly inaccurate. And I don't know enough Japanese to really translate full sentences. I also suck at translating. Like, I'm kind of a believer that translation is kind of stupid in certain situations because some things just cannot be translated.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then you'll never be able to understand it, even if you know Japanese.
That is not the case, actually. You, okay. You may think that you need to translate words in order to understand what they mean, but how about this? How do you know what words are in English?
Well,
Exactly.
grow up with them, I guess.
You can, you know what they are because you learn the concepts of the words. You can also do that with other languages, even if they're not your own even if they're not your native language.
That was dumb.
Like, there are certain things that just don't translate well, and it's very hard to translate. You can create an equivalent, but it's just not, just doesn't come out the same.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things, there's nuances in every language. There's odd things, oddities, and things like that that just
Probably
don't.
the same thing. Yeah. Like, I feel like the same thing could be said for English to Japanese translation.
Yes. There are certain things that you can't translate. There's a lot of things you can't translate to Japanese from English. Without it sounding all funky. Because, for instance, there's no such thing as am in Japanese. There's no such thing as is. There's no such thing as am. It's something kind of different. You can say, like, I am American, and then you say it in Japanese, and then it basically has a sentence that means the exact same thing, but it's still not I am American. It's more like on the topic of me, I American, basically. And the rest is imperfect. Imagine. I mean,
And then along came Zeus.
one of those nuances is Japanese people like to exclaim things that you wouldn't exclaim in English. Like, if somebody's surprised, they wouldn't say something like, or if somebody's surprised, like, it's very common to say, "Oh, shocked! Bikurishita!" Literally means shocked. Yeah, shocked.
Not I am
Saying,
shocked.
I'm surprised. But, like, you could say, I am shocked, but how weird would that be if you said that every single time you're shocked?
Alright, pistons lit.
You could say, like, oh, it scared me. But, like, you wouldn't say, Bikurishita, I'm shocked. Like, happy,
I would say I am rather electrocuted.
ooh, tasty.
Electric.
Like, and you wouldn't say, like, when you see something you don't fully understand, you wouldn't say, like, this is all the time, and that's not even what it that's not even what it is, but there's no translation for it, so whatever. But things that don't translate from English to Japanese is things like, since we don't really have true politeness, things like thank you very much don't really transfer over properly. And people just use thank you very much, but it's not really the polite form. It's like something is different about it. It's odd. Plus, gender doesn't mix. It's just a fucking headache to even try to explain it. I'm only explaining 1% of this entire thing after all this talk.
What did you miss?
A lot of things. TLDR, translation is actually, like, kind of shit. It's much better to understand a language by the concepts. Because if you just try to think, oh, well, my language has something like this, blah, 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 you're gonna be inaccurate, and then you're gonna feel bad when you fuck it up, and then you people won't understand it. Life is over.
Same.
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 And that's it for that topic, because that topic's probably getting boring to everybody.
I'm not even paying attention.
I'm trying to focus on Piston, that's why I'm not saying
I'm
anything.
playing Hat in Time, so.
I'm just listening.
I wish I was doing what Cam was
Honestly,
doing.
when people explain shit to me, I don't like to interrupt because usually I don't know what I'm talking about, but the other person does. So I usually just listen, honestly. I don't speak a lot, so that's kind of.
I mean, I'll answer questions if you have questions.
Yeah. I mean,
The boss fights are really fun in this game.
Nice.
Yes, Rob?
do you like play? Do you like? I mean, not play. Do you like watch anime? Like when you watch anime, do you watch in like Japanese or do you watch English translation?
I watch it in English translation. Well, I don't. I with
Dubs,
English
or-
subs. With subs, not dubs usually. Sometimes dubs, because sometimes the dub is better.
Sometimes the dub is good, yeah. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Usually
some
the dub
really-
is trash, but you know, you get the odd good.
I understand why some people prefer it. But
Like, I mean, you don't watch Dragon Ball Super in Japanese. Like, you feel me? You gotta have fucking like, you know, Goku, not some old Japanese lady. You wanna have
Lady.
Gohan and Vegeta.
Wait, Goku was
Goku
voiced
guy.
by a lady in Japanese.
Yeah. Goku, Gohan, and Goten are all voiced by the same woman.
It's kind of funny to think about.
Actually,
lot
Vegeta
of-
is voiced by the guy who does Captain Falcon in the Smash games.
That's pretty great.
Oh hell yeah.
Which is funny because you'd think, wait a minute, that guy's Japanese? And yeah, the guy who voices
Nani?
Captain Falcon is Japanese.
Wait, so Captain Vulcan, so it's the same voice for both the Japanese and English versions.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not like he says enough for it to actually be like translated or dubbed over.
Yeah. But it almost doesn't sound Japanese because, you know,
Yeah, he does a good job.
yeah, he did a really good job.
Oh my god, I hate the jetpack kind of.
And he voices Vegeta in Japanese.
Oh my god, this thing is shit. Turning.
Do you have inverted controls or?
Yes.
Yeah. I tried playing it without it and I could not get used to it.
The thing is that this thing turns like a clunky piece of garbage.
And just because you're probably wondering, I do understand certain sentences without needing English subtitles. Just I don't have a full vocabulary. kind of the only issue.
Yeah.
I understand the phonetics of the language well enough. Which I wish it were the same in Spanish, but you know, Spanish is hard.
Do you reckon it's harder to learn than Japanese?
Yeah. Japanese isn't as difficult as it is tedious. And Japanese grammar is very nice just because it's regular. The only issue the issues are that you have to learn how to speak to people of different social statuses and use different words depending on their social status versus yours, and
What do you
learning
mean
how to
social
read it.
status? Like,
Older, younger, more work
Oh.
experience, less work experience, etc. So like older people, you would usually speak a little more formally. People who are your what in Japanese is senpai, you would use more formal language. Usually, even if they're younger than you, sometimes you would speak a little more formally. It depends. It's a really fucking... It's hard to really explain because Japanese people don't even know themselves. They don't even know like when they're supposed to use formal language and when they're not. If the job experience clashes with the age.
well, what's so important about the job experience specifically? Because that.
Person who's done more, the person who's done more work than you, who knows more than you, like, you should respect them. Japanese is a language built off of respect. There's a lot of respect and politeness in Japanese. There's even a verb form for politeness. It's just the way the language is. And just because of their society, like, their society and their culture, it's important to them.
I'm just not a big fan of people being quote-unquote better than other people, because I just feel like people all have their strengths and weaknesses. No one is inherently better than anybody else.
I don't think that's how it's seen.
I mean, that's kind of just a bit of mindset.
It's just seen, like, as elders. Just like, it's seen in the same light as respecting your elders. That's basically what it is.
You know what's hilarious?
What?
You're still on.
I think I'm still ahead.
Wow.
Like, I'm looking at my, like, my PB splits for comparison and factoring the fact that I've already done air crash. I'm about tying with where I was in my PB, but I did one thing extra, so I'm kind of ahead.
I've never been a fan of quote-unquote respecting your elders. I mean, to be fair, I haven't really heard that phrase being said by anybody in a while, but like, it's just like, if elders are just being dicks to you, why should you respect them? Why should you respect them back just because of their age? Like, that's stupid. Like, you should only respect someone if they respect you.
I
Like,
don't
if they don't
think
respect
that's
you.
where the whole respect your elders part
It's
goes.
not.
I think some people misconstrue it to be that and use it to their advantage, but that's not what it's supposed to be.
I believe what it's supposed to be is that if you have never met this old person before in your life, you should be respectful. Unless that person does something to you in specific that is very disrespectful and makes you disrespectful, You should respect them. Is
Well, if that's
basically
the
what I
case,
think it
then
is.
I could get behind that.
Unfortunately, in Japanese society, you still have to tread very lightly on these kinds of things. Because politeness is kind of, it's a social thing. So kind of going outside of that is usually like not so smart. Unless there's really good reasons.
Time for the punishing part of this run.
Yeah. Yeah, I've really been. I kind of want to go to Japan actually.
What the fuck? I am ahead.
Nice. By how much?
Probably about 2 minutes, I want to say.
Wow.
Even after that death in the engine, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're in.
That was a pretty long death.
It's a 2-minute death.
Just so you know, Trob, if you're going to Japan, I would recommend not staying there long term and go to a place that is diverse. Because you are going to get racism and xenophobia.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I mean. Japan is very racist and like xenophobic in general.
What towards other cultures and stuff?
Yes. A lot of it is because they're just not used to having other cultures being there, but you should definitely go to a place where there are a lot of foreigners, because if you don't, you're gonna get treated like crap.
Yeah.
People are gonna stare at you and make you uncomfortable. People will, like, you know, not want to talk to you, try to avoid you, things like that. Almost like being black in America in the, like, 1960s.
Well, hanging out's one of the scariest relics, and you get it out of the way first, and that one pretty okay, so I'll take that.
I mean, to be
But
fair,
I mean-
we can be racist, but I just feel like sometimes there's a joke when we are more than anything.
It's like the worst kind of racism, or the worst kind of like common racism in the US is not as bad as it is in Japan. I mean, it's not like, it's not as bad as the extreme parts of America, but it's still like, you'll know, you'll feel like you're definitely a second-class citizen. Unless you go to a place where people are used to being around foreigners. Which is probably where you'd want to go for a vacation spot.
I mean, I might just find. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna go anytime soon because well, I'm like 19, but.
Japan's culture is getting more and more used to foreign influences, so maybe within the next couple decades or so, if you plan on going, they might not be as xenophobic or racist.
Have you been before?
What?
Have you been to Japan before?
No, I'm only 22.
To be fair, I know people who are in like my high school have been like to Japan and shit. Like, I think one of my
You
brothers
live in Australia. Australia is not that far away from Japan.
Yeah.
Like,
I know one of my brother's friends went there a few years ago.
it would be a huge endeavor here to try to get somebody to Japan. From Australia, not really. It wouldn't cost that much. It would still cost a decent amount, but it wouldn't cost that much.
Okay.
I've just done research on things, and I've, like...
Japan's so small on like a world map or something.
It is, yes.
Even
I wonder if
Australia's
it's as small as Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
We're a little scavenging country out in the west.
Like,
Yeah.
Russia's just like that big, but like
Russia's dick reaches Mars.
but it's like
Some
it doesn't
people
even
doubt.
have as many people in it as the US.
It's just big.
I mean, Canada's bigger than the US, but there
Yeah.
aren't as many people.
Yeah, but
It's
Russia's
big.
like double the size of Canada.
Russia also has many inhospitable places. And so
well,
does
like
Canada.
Chernobyl and shit like that.
Well, I thought that was in Sweden.
Ah, well,
Or in one of the eastern European countries, but it wasn't Russia.
kind of funny how there's like 2 sections of the US and you have to go through Canada to get to the other part.
What?
Hey.
What you mean to get to Alaska?
Well, I think.
I legit have no idea what you're even talking about.
Me either.
Same.
Hold on.
The only thing I could think of that you're talking about is potentially trying to go from New York to Michigan, but you would never want to do that.
Like if you you see on this, well, I posted a Lola and VC. If you look at like, there's 2 sections of the US. There's 2 of them.
That's Alaska.
Yeah. Is that just Alaska?
Yes. It's
Sweet.
just Alaska, that's it.
That's pretty big actually for one.
Yeah, it's pretty gigantic.
Like especially considering there's like 52,
Yeah, 50 states.
50.
Alaska's the
I was
biggest
like
state.
50, and I was like, wait, that might not be common knowledge to like outside America.
I knew it was either 50 52. So like, yeah.
There have occasionally been talks of making DC and or Puerto Rico states.
I don't think
but
Puerto
those
Rico's
never
going
go.
to.
No, Puerto Rico.
Those never go anywhere. I think DC is too small.
Well, how small are we talking? Like how many people?
The
DC is like a city essentially.
yeah, DC's nothing more than just a city.
Hmm.
Oh boy, time for my favorite relic.
And the reason why Puerto Rico isn't getting its thing is because it can't sustain its own economy. That's the biggest issue. If it could sustain its own economy, it could become a state. But because of that, it can't. Now, one of the other things that it really would need is most of the population would have to be able to speak English, technically. Not necessarily, but technically. You could get around this. The biggest issue is the fact that it can't sustain its own economy. That's why it's just a US territory.
I mean, isn't Spanish like a really common language in the US?
It's the second language of the
Yeah, the
US,
second
not
language,
the first
so-
language.
It was like the second one, and if a lot of people spoke that instead, then
But-
that could.
They don't speak English. The culture and things are different. Because English isn't the main language that's spoken, there's a lot of things that can be just like destroyed or just not transferred over, translated, whatever. I mean, it's a problem, but it could be circumvented. The biggest issue is what I said before. needs to be able to sustain its own economy.
So far, these time trials are okay.
And I totally don't know this just because I like watched a video on it like last week. Definitely not.
Oh, I know.
That was supposed to.
Yeah,
sarcasm.
I'm ahead of my splits now, so I'm definitely ahead.
If you here, let me grab the video. You might find it interesting. Forget, was it real life lore?
Ah, fuck, dude. At least I keep dying at like the beginning of trials as opposed to the end of them, or the middle.
You didn't technically die there, you were still alive.
It kills you eventually, but it takes a while, which is why I reset.
What? I wasn't watching.
I fell into that hole that for some reason just doesn't kill you for a while. It
Oh,
was one of those
I
holes.
just saw it.
Yeah, the one in
I've
behaving.
never had that happen to me.
It's that specific hole, and I don't fall in it often enough for me to check how consistent it is. But every time I fall into it, it happens, so I would assume it's rather consistent. I don't know if it's time trial specific or not, though.
You should test it out.
I don't think it is. I don't really care enough currently. I mean, the hole is known to do that, so...
Well-developed game, man.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go, Trob. You might, you should probably follow this channel. It's got interesting stuff on it.
But, alright. First thing.
Yeah, this basically goes into why Puerto Rico isn't a state, and why it'll never become one.
You don't want to.
No, Cam, it's actually deeper than that.
Well, I know it's deeper than that, but that's a reason. Pretty sure.
No,
That's
I'm
something.
pretty sure they'd want to. I'm pretty sure they'd be like, please give us the economic stability.
I always heard it was because I didn't want to.
No. There's definitely more to it than that.
Well, don't most people in America support democracy?
Support democracy, yeah.
I mean,
It's kind of our thing.
yeah. America.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
not democracy, it's representative democracy, which is completely different.
Yeah, but you know.
Freedom! Not real freedom, but freedom!
Electoral college, fuck yeah.
Half freedom.
Well, look on the bright side. The Electoral College, like, fucking saved our asses. We almost got what's her face as president, and I don't think we would have liked that.
Yeah, we don't like either option, honestly.
Clinton
Yeah.
isn't much better than Trump is. In fact,
They both sucked. That was the problem with this election.
She had more votes. She had the more popular vote, but Donald Trump won by Electoral College.
I mean, Donald Trump is just more of a hilarious kind of guy more than anything.
You're fucking mean.
He's still better than Hillary Clinton. I mean, Hillary Clinton wanted World War III. Reminder,
Really? When?
she actually publicly stated that she would go to nuclear war.
Huh.
On live television.
I do not want a World War III. Well, even if it did, even if,
Nobody
I mean,
does.
to be fair, it probably wouldn't affect me since I'm in Australia, but, you know.
It would.
It probably would actually.
World War III.
You're an American ally there, bud.
you are part of world.
Yeah, fair enough.
The only place that that wouldn't be affected much would be South America.
And maybe Antarctica.
And
Nope, penguins.
yeah, penguins. Actually, Antarctica would probably be affected because global temperatures would drop.
How many people live there? Like 100 maybe?
People don't live.
The penguins.
I mean, they live like, they stay at those laboratories for like a while.
Well,
They do,
researchers
but
do,
it's not a permanent. It's not a permanent stay. It's like around 50-ish to 100 people, and they do not live there permanently.
Yeah,
They're temporarily.
That'd be interesting to experience.
I mean, a funny thing is that temperatures on Mars are usually higher than temperatures in Antarctica. The warmest temperatures on Mars go up to like 70 degrees. But I mean, it gets
cold
cold
is
as
it
fuck.
Oh, bear down.
I think in the spring it's like usually around 30. Let's not talk about the winters.
It doesn't get super. Does it get like really below freezing all the time, or no? I assume since it's farther from the sun, it would get colder more often.
That's actually not why Mars is cold.
Well, I don't know shit about Mars or space, so just assuming.
The reason why Mars is cold is because it doesn't really have an atmosphere.
Hmm.
Food,
Is it like
water?
It doesn't rain there, does it?
Atmosphere.
Because
And no, as far as we know, it doesn't rain, but Mars has like storms. It has dust storms, and it has dust devils. Like, imagine like 200 miles per hour fucking dust devils.
hell yeah.
Can you imagine Dust running at 250 miles
He
per
does
hour?
when he plays Crash 3.
Dust living on Mars.
Yeah, you're right.
What?
The Crash community has its own Dust Devil.
Yeah. Actually, I think it snows on Mars.
What?
Yeah, I know
But
they
it's
found
not
water
liquid
on
water.
it, right?
They found
frozen
evidence
water.
for water, but it might not be actual water. There's frozen water ice. There's frozen water.
Well, this might
ice.
actually be 3 minutes ahead, not 2. 2.5, 3 minutes, something like that.
Riko, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why do you? Oh wait, that's Air Crash 2, right?
What?
Wait. Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was about to ask, why don't you do Air Crash 2 later in the run?
Masks. I did have it later in the run, but I needed masks going into engine, and that was the only way I could get them.
Oh,
And then we saw how well that worked out for me.
yeah.
Epic.
I mean,
It worked the last time I got that far in the run today. So I don't know what the fuck Crash was smoking this time.
probably that didgeridoo shit.
Hi, didgeridoo player.
So, Cam, do you know why Venus? Do you know? Okay, first of all, do you know what the environment on Venus is like?
Hot?
Oh my god, I dropped my fucking spin.
Do you know why it's
Glad I
hot?
got the gem.
No, but I mean, it is closer to the sun. That's my assumption with most cold and hot things with planets.
Okay,
That's gotta be a factor. It is pretty close to the sun.
what if I told you that Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system?
Hotter than the one that's
Hotter than
Mercury because of the something with its atmosphere.
carbon dioxide. 98.7% carbon dioxide atmosphere. Venus is runaway greenhouse gases. Actually, the funny thing is that Venus is how we learned about global warming.
What, are you telling me that Venus is hotter than the sun?
No.
The sun's not a planet.
Hottest planet.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Venus is hotter than Mercury.
Well, I'm behind on my splits now, but I still have finished Air Crash already, so...
And also,
I should still be ahead.
Mercury has two sides, a cold side and a hot side.
I hate inverted aiming controls. Why can't I change this?
Wait, you can't change that?
There's a mission. I'm looking to see if I can. Maybe if I do this.
Wait, it is inverted?
Wait, what game?
Okay, I fixed it. There's a way to do it. There's like one.
It's inverted. It's inverted as in down is up and up is down.
Yeah, and when I'm like.
Oh, that's fine for me.
When I'm aiming something though, like shooting something, I don't want that.
Depends on.
Are you aiming with the
game.
left
For a console
stick?
game, I prefer that. But
do you aim with the
like
left
PC
stick or the right
like
stick?
The left.
Okay,
like,
inverted
you have to.
is
You have to.
inverted is Inverted with the right stick is son.
Yeah, I'm using the right. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm using the right stick.
Oh ew, son.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like, with the left stick, I'm fine. Like, inverted with the left stick is like.
Yeah, because
how
you're controlling the
it
character.
works.
It's like fine.
Yeah.
When you're actually doing just aiming, it's so awkward.
Well, I mean, like, say in DK64, like it was inverted. When you went into first-person mode, like you used the left stick and it was inverted, and it was fine. It's nice. But when you do that with the right stick, it's like, son.
Yeah, you just changed it. For some reason, it's just inverted automatically, and then you go into settings and change the vertical camera so you can aim better up and down. For some reason, this game considers that inverted for whatever reason. This has been the only mission where
Oh,
I've
I'm
had
ahead.
to do this.
I'm ahead again. I guess in my PB I died in Unbearable. So
Oh, nice.
I'm ahead of my splits again.
Wait, how do you know?
But now I'm not. What?
How do you know?
I have my splits uploaded to splits.io.
Oh.
Now I'm not going to be able to tell though, because this is where I rearrange splits again, because now I'm going to do warp 2 instead of warp 1. But I can look at the split times and see if I died in any of these. It doesn't look like I died in Snowbiz.
Also, question. How many dwarf planets are in the inner solar system?
I don't fucking know. Ah, fucking amazing. I love seals. And
Trop?
penguins.
Cameron?
I have no idea.
No clue, dude.
Okay, well, you know, there's one, because there's Pluto. Are there any others?
There are more, I just don't know how many of them.
I meant inner solar system. Just inner solar system.
I don't...
No idea.
Is Charon a dwarf planet?
What?
Is Charon a dwarf planet?
Isn't Charon a moon?
I don't know. I don't know if they ever reclassified it.
I'm pretty sure that it's a moon because it orbits around Pluto.
Okay. I don't study space, even though it's pretty cool.
Yeah, me either. I have no clue about space, even though it's very interesting. I
Yeah,
don't know
the-
anything about it.
The answer is 2. Pluto
What's
and
the other
Ceres.
one?
Ceres is in our asteroid belt.
Yeah, I remember hearing about Ceres.
Yeah, I had no idea that it was a dwarf planet until like
Amazing.
2 years ago.
Isn't there like
But it's-
conspiracy theories about that thing?
About Ceres?
About some planet. What's it called?
Planet 9.
I don't know. There's like
I know what you're talking about. Like the Earth's evil twin or whatever, or
Yeah,
like like some kind of nega sun or something that you can't see because it's in the exact opposite orbit of the Earth. So it's always in the shadow of the sun, blah 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 blah.
yeah, something like that. I've heard a lot of conspiracies.
It's all bullshit. I mean, yes, there's evidence for another planet in our solar system, but the thing is that we can't detect it, number one, and number two, like if it's out there, its orbit's like probably around 60,000 years, so we won't be seeing it in our lifetimes anyways.
Unless the 60,000 years just happens to be this decade.
We
I mean,
would
not
have seen
decade,
it by now. If it were close to us, we would have seen it. It's not close to us. It's outside. It's out in the outer solar system. They know it exists because of they know it exists because of how gravity is influenced in the outer solar system. It doesn't make sense unless there's a large body of some kind out there, but there's no way that it could be in any kind of star or something that gives off light, because we would be able to see, but we can't see. So like, there's definitely a planet or 2 planets out in the outer solar system that we haven't been able to detect. But regardless, like, it's not something that's gonna bring doom, and there's no way that it could affect us in our lifetime because we would know by now.
I think there's only 2 1 cycles left that I'm actually worried about, so this is pretty good. Oh, well, 3 if you want to count spaced out as a 1 cycle. It's Turtle Woods, Totally Bear, and then Spaced Out are the last 3 time trials I'm like super scared of.
Totally Bear.
Turtle Woods?
Totally
Turtle
Bear
Woods
because it's a
is
1 cycle. Turtle Woods because it's a 1 cycle.
Oh. Oh.
So I can't break any time crates.
And then I'll be back.
Okay.
Totally Bear is a 1 cycle, so like if I mess it up, then yay, back to the beginning of everything. And then Spaced Out's just hard. And it's not even the time trial portion of Spaced Out that's hard, it's the colored gem path.
So, Cam, you can say that you learned something about space that you will forget in like less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, what did you learn in Riko's stream today? Space.
Just out.
What about space? Space is cool.
Want to go to space.
Want to go to space?
You wanna go to Spaced Out?
I don't want to go to Spaced Out.
Just imagine, like, in about 30 years or so, like, it is possible that that becoming an astronaut will be like a potential, like, semi-common job. Not a super common job, but a semi-common job.
Yeah, more common than it is now.
Way more common. Gonna have a fucking base on the moon, base on Mars.
Oh yeah, based on Mars for sure. Crazy.
The base on the moon, like, SpaceX is gonna get that started in 2020. Just 3 years. and then NASA was forced to basically start making plans for building a base on the moon by 2021. So 4 years.
Guess
4
we'll see
years.
it. Yeah, it's cool that we'll see that kind of stuff in our lifetime. Hopefully we see more stuff in our lifetime too. As far as inhabiting it, or like just building bases there and exploring it.
And we most likely will not be able to, we won't be able to inhabit Mars for centuries. We could inhabit the moon though, if we could find a way to, block out the radiation. We could technically inhabit the moon. Problem.
Why would you want to though? It's so bare bones.
One thing is that it basically is a good, it's a good place where you could basically send rockets. You could launch rockets off of the moon to other planets very easily and cheap and for not that much, versus how much you need to get rockets off of the Earth. And like, it's a good place to test things. The thing is that we don't know how the human body will handle 10% gravity, or whatever gravity the moon has.
It would be really cool to be in a place where you had little gravity, so you could just like fly around. I'd love to experience that, TBH.
One of the potential benefits of like inhabiting the moon is you could send therapy patients to the moon to build up some muscle on, like, say, broken bones or something like that. It could be used like water therapy, because you weigh so little. The only problem is getting them out and getting them out of the Earth. But hey. And plus, like, hey, maybe I want to go to the moon one day. Maybe you want to go to the moon one day. Maybe Riko wants to get moon world record in NST.
Yeah.
Moon world record.
Because Mars
There's no competition on the moon.
Yeah, no competition. That's why you get it. Be like Jumpy Love.
I don't know why the NST developers decided that hanging out and the ELDL 2 levels with hangrails didn't need invincibility in their time trials.
Because that was...
Well, you just
Well, that will require the
as
developers
NST
to
developer.
think. And in the modern day and age, fuck thinking.
These trials really didn't need invincibility, honestly. At least one. Like, make it so much.
Give it to hanging out. Like, I can deal with the ELDL not having it.
I think all the levels with hangrails in Crash 3 have that, don't they? Invincibility.
Almost every level has them. In the original Crash 3, the only platformer levels that didn't have them have invincibility were Dynamite and Toad Village. And then in
Oh yeah, that's another problem
yeah.
I have with NST.
And then in NST, Doubleheader doesn't have triple mask either.
Yeah, I know. That's another problem I have with NST.
That's the only one that doesn't have triple mask that had it in the original, and it's like not even a big deal.
Like in Crash 2 and Run the Time Trials, a lot of levels don't have invincibility. That is a problem.
That's because invincibility isn't as big of a deal in NST.
Still, like...
Unless you're playing Crash 1.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Crash 1 should have had invincibilities in that time trials, but a lot of them don't.
Yeah, there should be more. I agree. There's not that many. There's some, but there's not that many.
I mean, Crash 1 also doesn't mesh as well with time trials, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool they included them, but I agree.
Imagine hop slides.
You imagine that?
What's a hub slide? More like cob slide. Huh.
What?
More like cock slide.
What?
Cock slide.
Bed soon.
Same. Once I finish this run. It's going pretty damn well. No time trial's really gone bad so far.
You shouldn't have said that.
One of them will go bad.
Okay. You saved it. Big McThankies from McFingers!
Mm-hmm.
My eyes... I'm looking at the Spyro Japanese case. My eyes are so confused.
Wait, Jeeper, you have Spyro with one Japanese?
No, it's the picture that Wingo posted. I'm looking at the title and my eyes are so confused. How do I read this? And why do I read it? Or why can I read it in two different ways at the same time? This doesn't make any sense.
It's kind of fun to blaze through the levels with slide jump speed shoes.
It's fun movement. You get to use that a lot more in this run than Run 05, right?
Yeah.
You mean in Mach Tornado.
You use it in you have it for 3 levels in 105. If you use the route that I believe is optimal.
Wait, what's the difference between 102 and 105 in Crash 2?
Well, there is no 105 in Crash 2. 102 is the 105 essentially.
105
Yeah, I
is
find it interesting how they made it 105 for Crash 1, but not for Crash 2.
Well, that's just because they added Stormy Ascent.
Yeah, it would have been 102 if they didn't do that.
Yeah. In terms of routing, for 102, you put all the relics in the second half of the run. Just because your fastest form of movement is the running shoes with slide jumping, but in Warped, your fastest form of movement is hop sliding and Mach Tornado anyway. And then you want to gather relics along the way so you have enough to enter Future Frenzy only with one visit.
Use that one glitch and make 105% a thing in 2.
The one that was like
The percentage thing that McCrody was doing?
that's banned. It's banned
Nice.
because it requires prior setup. Oh wait, this is fucking Blue Gem. I'm the dingus.
Hold up, like, what about it? What the
I'll explain it after Turtle was.
Also, you got it. Oh, okay, yeah. Also, no hub slide.
He got one though. Get fucked.
Get
Yeah.
fucked.
Oh, thank God. That's a really annoying one cycle. There's a glitch where if you leave a level with items like Crystal Gem Relic and you quit out before the character actually throws them up, which has to be Coco because lol NST. When you start up a new game and you enter that level, you'll automatically have it in your inventory, and you can duplicate items like that. But since it requires prior setup, it's banned from setting it up outside the run, so it's useless.
I mean, you should allow that sort of thing because that could open doors.
No.
Why?
No. That just makes the category more boring.
It does, yeah.
It could be a meme category, maybe.
That is yeah. Like if there was a max percent and people actually wanted to waste their time doing it, it could be a meme category. But no, that's New Game Plus territory.
I'm not sure you'd want to try to get max percent.
No, fuck that.
Like, unless it's like DK64 where it goes down to like negative 200%, like you're looking at something you don't want to mess with.
Like, it removes depth from the category because essentially you could set it up. If it was legal to be set up before the run, you can make it so that you just left every level with relics, which is dumb.
Oh, so you can leave. So what can you leave levels with?
Anything.
Oh.
You could just make it so you could, why did I even nitro detonate? You can make it so you could leave the level with everything after a first visit without having actually picked anything up. Which, like, if you want to do that in the middle of a run, more power to you, but it wastes time because you have to do the level anyway. But like setting it up before a run is no, because it's outside manipulation.
By the way, if the percentage counter is not like DK64, you could be looking at somewhere between 30,000% and 66,565%.
Epic.
And that's only if it's a 4-byte value. If it's an 8-byte value, we're looking at something all the way up into the billion.
Epic. I know. Can't wait
Which
for you to runs of it.
would take you so long, like it would probably take years to complete. Like, there's no way that you'd be able to do a max percent.
Max percent, like the basic KDOS of with NFT.
Can you do that in the other games too?
In like the other Crash games in NST.
Yeah, like 3 or 1.
You can do it in 2 and 3. It was found in 3. You can do it in 2, but you can't do it in 1 because you can't quit out while they're throwing up an item because you're on a different screen.
Oh, okay.
And in 2, you can only do it with Coco. Because the way it works is, I found this detail a while back, but never told anybody because it was pointless. For some reason, if you're exiting a level, if you're playing as Crash, you can only exit before he appears on screen. And then if he appears on screen, you have to wait until he like is done with whatever animations he's doing. If you're playing as Coco, you can exit at any point, which I picked up on as I was resetting constantly in Crash 3. So in Crash 3, there's a small window of opportunity where the portal opens, but Crash hasn't jumped out yet, and you can quit during that time period. But in Crash 2, he jumps out immediately, which is why you can only do it with Coco.
I wonder though, is it really not possible on Crash 1?
Yes.
You guys tested something like...
Well, Crash 1, you throw up the item while you're on the results screen.
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering, like,
You can't quit out during that.
there still should be a way to interrupt it.
You
Whether
can walk
that
around back
be
there.
by
If there is, we don't know
reset.
how.
Soft reset probably wouldn't work.
You can walk around in that box screen. The box falling down on you.
Yeah, but is there like a consistent way to do that?
No, I've gotten it
And
one
can you-
time.
and,
Doing it,
and can you quit? And can you quit out of it when it happens?
never tried.
What happens
'Cause-
if your controller disconnects?
I don't know. Apparently that does a lot of things in NST.
And it would be interesting if you were allowed to go into, like, say, a previous file, and then set up the glitch, starting the timer from selecting that file, and then say getting certain gems in Crash 1, and then going to do a run from a blank file and get the duplicated item. That'd be interesting. Because then you would have certain gems early, and then you wouldn't have what's it called? I don't know, I just think it would be interesting. For some reason, I don't know why.
Seven levels left.
Does that count? Totally fine doing it twice.
Yeah, you have to do it twice.
You're at the 7 when you say that. Does it count both of those?
Oh no, it just counts totally flat once.
Oh.
7 levels total. So eight level visits. Well, that's why I brought masks.
Well, aim up.
Hitboxes are shit.
Actually, no, you did bring 2 masks. Never mind.
Hey, look, it's Michael.
Hey, pal.
Hey. I'm about to leave this taco stand, so like you're going to have to fill in for my role, okay?
Okay.
Don't leave.
Trob, I have to go to bed. Like, I've been really tired. And I'm not staying up for another fucking 30 minutes because that means I'm gonna be up at 2 in the morning, and I don't want to be up at 2 in the morning. That's for the gens. Sorry, Riko.
No, I'm a degen right now. I told myself I wasn't going to do another run if I reset, and then here I am probably going to PB.
Probably.
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 Stuff can still go wrong in Warp 5 relics.
Well, that's how you can still see.
Yeah, I didn't want to risk it though, so I just didn't do it. It's easier than the original game though, but I just still didn't want to mess it up. So I did save stuff.
Yeah, you can still see, huh?
Yeah, you can.
In the original game, I can't see, but I abuse the scenery on the side to not die. But I can't do that in NST, so I didn't want to get it mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting how the scenery works in NST. Like some you can just, like in Rolling Stones, and
Yeah.
one you can just walk on almost all of it, and then some other levels you just can't.
I'm gonna go.
Alright.
Good
night.
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 Hope you PB, Riko.
Thank you.
Oh wow, without
Oh, that was scary.
Gabe on the call. Literally silent.
I'm kind of focusing.
I kind of feel like shit, which is why I didn't stream earlier.
What happened?
I just kind of feel like shit.
Just like physically, or
Yeah.
Oh, physically.
Doing a run now because I feel a bit better. I just don't feel like streaming.
it's fair. Oh boy, totally bear. Oh, I spent 4 minutes in this level. Ugh.
Nice.
So I know what one cycle I messed up.
I can't tell. Oh, I can remember.
I have my splits uploaded.
Never mind.
I knew it would be useful to upload my splits to splits.io. Why am I slide scrolling? Let's not fuck up totally bear, please. Ah, cool.
I always thought that line of boxes was pretty gay.
Yeah, it's annoying.
You could probably just like not charge jump throughout the. Well, I kind of.
No, you can't.
I mean, with the exception of the parts where it's mandatory, but like play it a bit safe.
Oh, I'm also kind of playing against a clock. Oh my god, these ones are dumb. Thing is, if I hold it for too long, I fall in the water. That's the problem.
Nice. Is that usually where you fuck up in this level? Is that usually the spot where you fuck up the most in this level?
I don't know, dude. I think there's a part towards the end where like the whale just like fucks you in the ass, and you're just like, I don't know what to do.
Set of boxes seems like it's the most annoying to get.
Oh yeah, I just passed the whale that fucked me in the ass, and it almost fucked me in the ass, so you know. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Oh,
Not 4 minutes. It's 2 resets.
It was like what, 3 minutes?
yeah, I think you still save time there a little bit.
Approximately 3 minutes. I saved about a minute in that level. A little over a minute. Probably closer to a minute and a half.
Now don't spend.
Yeah.
Spend less than 7 minutes in piston it.
Yeah, my piston I spend 2.5 minutes in, so I think I'm good. I think I'm in a good spot. This is pretty good pace. Also, my summer best is now 2:15:28. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Like, it's pretty good. So,
This run actually ended up becoming like mad broken.
PB 230, what?
2:26 is my PB.
Oh, okay, 226.
Yeah.
you think you're on pace for? Like a 220?
Deeps is 223. So like, you know, this is world record pace. I can say that much.
Yeah, oh, easily.
How many runs? Are there only like 2 runs of this track or something?
Like total.
No, there's
like 4.
amazing
There's
run
4.
too.
Dustin Stu. Chris Marks also did one, but he never uploaded it.
Fucking Chris Marks.
Was it that bad? He didn't upload it.
It wasn't good.
Somebody should link me to it.
No, I don't even know if the VOD's still a thing.
I mean, he might have it in
get
his
rid of the VOD.
highlights though.
Probably.
You'd have to look through his highlights.
Piston.
Oh
How do you save
my
bugs for more than
God.
14 days?
What the fuck?
Does anybody know?
I don't know what you said.
How do you save VODs for more than 14 days on Twitch?
Highlight it.
Yeah, you highlight your thing, what you want. Can't believe they take that mask away at the beginning. It's
Yeah, it's rather disrespectful.
yeah.
You can look at it this way, it's still probably better than any of Cyber Demon's runs.
Probably.
I mean,
Really
not
say
hard.
much at all. Our Demon's runs are pretty much just casual playthroughs with the time.
Oh my god.
Isn't that what your runs are too, Trop? I hated this relic playing this game casually.
Oh yeah, this one's fucking annoying.
It's not even that it was hard to get the time, it was just annoying to not die.
One time I was dying so much that I played it so safe that I did miss the time.
Wow.
That was in my third PB, and that's the one that Dust gave me a lot of shit for.
Well,
Yeah.
playing it so safe?
No, because I made an offhand comment that was supposed to be a joke at Roach that said I was gonna dominate Crash 2, and he thought I was serious.
Oh.
Lo and behold, guess what game I ended up dominating? Holy shit, I am 4 minutes and 20 seconds ahead.
Were you expecting it to be less or more?
I don't know. I just think it's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The last one I'm afraid of is Spaced Out, and I have a lot of time to save in that one also. My Spaced Out split is 4 minutes long.
I mean, you should probably just space it out a little bit.
Ha ha ha!
Yeah.
Man, the jokes are hilarious tonight, Trop. Absolutely hysterical.
I know, right?
I think I can get to the end of Rocket and still make it without breaking any time crates, but I'm not taking chances.
Yeah, you might as well grab a couple if they're right there in your way anyway.
I mean, they're on the way, so, like, there's no reason not to.
I don't even mind the time trials in the jetpack levels. It's actually getting all the boxes. It's annoying.
Yeah. Sad thing is that I don't think this is gonna be sub, unless I like destroy Spaced Out. This is not gonna be sub 20,
That'd be sick.
sub 220.
That would be sick.
I mean, we know it's possible. Like deep in his description said sub 220 is very possible. I was like, yeah, my sum of best is a 219, and it's not even optimal. And now my sum of best is a 215 from this run alone.
My 105 and Crush 1 is a 208, I think,
Nice.
which is pretty damn good. It's like 10 minutes off my actual PB.
Oh, great. I lost my mask to a rat.
It makes me think 102 in 1, even though it's a meme, it makes me think that could go sub 2 hour. Potentially.
Yeah, probably. If you remove Stormy Ascent from the equation, which is like
8 minutes.
a good 8 minutes removed
Yeah.
from the run.
Yep.
This is a very scary death route, especially the beginning where I don't know where anything is.
How free is this one cycle? Through the timer in?
It's a little tight, but if you don't like play it like a bitch, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Also, you can nitro detonate to save several seconds. Like 3 seconds or something. There's a 3 on top of like 1 nitro stack or something.
Oh, right. I forgot that they'll blow them up in this.
I know, it's great. I use it in Rocket also to save 3 seconds. Still 420 ahead.
Sick. Sick gold split. Besides that bear level, what else did you even mess up in this run?
A couple of the Warp 4 ones I messed up, like beginning, so probably only lost like a couple seconds. Engine.
Oh yeah, that was like 2 minutes.
A lot of the crystal gem stuff was weak, but the time trials were really strong, which is gonna make this a bit of a bitch to race against.
My Riko, nice.
Cause like messing up any of the time trials is like rip.
Yeah.
Unless it's at, I want you to at the start.
Yeah, this is the very start, then...
Oh my god, I didn't mean to. Okay, I messed up pack attack.
So you got a 0.2 second gold. You die.
Yes, I did.
That sucks.
I meant to decelerate, but I accidentally accelerated.
That
right
wasn't
into
too
the
far,
electric
though.
guy.
That's like...
Yeah, it's not like a minute or anything. It's probably like 15 seconds.
Yeah, 20, I would say like 20.
Yep,
Or so.
time save.
I have time saving spaced out. I don't know how much it is, but I have it. Shout out to the fact that they turned the mask into a 3 crate and then turned the checkpoint into a mask.
VV, everybody.
Oh, I squished that somehow. Yeah, that was more than 15 seconds.
Oh, rip.
What was it?
I mean, it's still fine.
Was it like 30? 25?
Looking closer to 30, I think. 25, 26. 27?
28?
28.
29?
28 and a half.
30?
28 and a half.
21 now, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it sucked.
Didn't seem that long, but yeah.
I have 4 minutes in spaced out, and I don't think it optimally takes that long. So I'm pretty sure I
Sure,
fucked
you
this
were
up.
28.4, not 28 and a half.
Close enough, Trob. I don't think this is gonna sub 220, but it might still be a 220 if I'm fast enough. If not, it's probably 221, which is also awesome.
Still pretty solid ass time.
Yeah.
Especially for a run like this long and shit.
Yeah. Funny thing is that I originally did this just because I didn't want to burn myself out on 105 before the marathon. So I was like, I'll do it Thursday, but I don't want to do it Thursday and Wednesday. And lo and behold.
And the fact that Deep did it too made you want to do it more.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, well, I gotta try.
Oh, this gem path is aged.
If you play it safe, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Also, I'm very used to it because of the original game. But I am playing it safe.
Might as well at this point. Safely secure, baby.
Yep. Because I'm pretty certain I die in this thing. Yeah, it's gonna be a 121.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh wait, I can just restart trial, duh.
Wait, did you restart the trial?
Yeah. You can't end the relic pass in the colored gem path. VV thought of that ahead of time. Assholes. Would have made my life so much easier.
Wait, did you try it?
Yes, I tried it when the game came out. Dust also tried it, but it also assumed it was going to work anyway, and I was like, no. He was like, oh yeah, so you can make the colored gem path in the relic time, and I was like, yeah, but it won't give you the relic. I tried already.
What does it give you?
Nothing.
It's so fucking bullshit.
What does it like say you didn't get a relic?
No, it just transports you out of the level. Nice crouch crash. Oh my god. Yeah, it's gonna be a 121.
Nice. It's really good.
I it's probably gonna be a low 121.
121 what?
221, 221.
Assuming you don't die in court.
Spent about 3 minutes. I spent about 3 minutes in there, so yeah, I had about him. Yeah, I had him about a minute to save. You don't have. I already fought Cortex, so I just have to go up and end the run,
Oh.
which takes very little time.
Yeah, on like 105, really fight him twice just because.
Yeah, this is a 18-second split. Recorde Mundial?
Yeah. What? That's like a hot baby.
The actual RTA was 244.15. For some reason, it didn't auto-split to end the run, but yeah. Who cares about RTA?
Oh my god.
Oh man, that was pretty sick.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, there we go.
Good shit. And to think I was mad salty at the beginning of this run.
Yeah.